Ooh, welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Fairly new. Not new, but 17. Town and Country. Oh, that's a weird one, guys. Steering sometime would jam up. Yes, this is one I will have to test drive to duplicate. I do not. I mean, you shouldn't be guessing on anything, but definitely not power steering. Because the minute that sucker don't work right, you're gonna have one angry customer on your hands. Yeah, I'm not getting it to bind up on me stationary like this. Okay, now we all know how the power steering system set up. This is a rack and pinion front power steering system. All right, it is, however, equipped with a power steering pump. Now, y'all know the newer cars are coming equipped with electric power steering. There is no more power steering pump. In fact, some of our cars is just a rack and pinion. It's electric. It's a module. Okay, no pump, no messy fluid, none of that stuff. Just a rack and pinion. That is your steering system. Okay, we have some cars, let's say like the Chargers and the Challengers, with a hydraulic power steering system. Okay, they run off a hydraulic fluid. Now there is fluid used in this one, and however, there's a module. Okay, I have the luxury of have been able to work on all of them. All right, so but this case, this is the traditional power steering setup. Got a power steering pump. You got a power steering pressure line, which goes to a power steering rack and pinion. Obviously, you're gonna need a power steering return hose that goes back to the reservoir, and things like that. So it's pretty sophisticated back during this time when it was first implemented. Very sophisticated. But yes, I have to duplicate this, guys. I'm not gonna take a wild shot at this. Okay, if it's not doing it, I will be honest with the customer. Ma'am, I cannot duplicate it. Would you like to go on a test drive with me and show me when it does what it is you say it's doing? Okay, but for now, I can't get it to do it. So let's go for a test drive. So what I'm about to do myself, I mean, she have an hour invested in diagnostics. So that includes your test drive and trying to figure out what's wrong with it, right? Right! That's what diagnostic is called. So, I feel, I'm going to get on the road, guys. I'm going to go on a test drive. So what I would need y'all to do, I'm not going to film while I drive. So when I get back, I'll fire the camera back up and let you guys know where I'm at. All else fails, I'm going to see if you had to go by history on this vehicle. Yes, we used to replace quite a few rack and pinions. I don't think I've ever put a power steering pump on one. That's not saying this one has not failed. Okay, I mean, a lot of things come into play. Like I say, I felt so it gets stiff sometimes, guys. All right, let me go drive this thing. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do before I make any kind of judgment. All right, somebody get on the road, guys. I tell y'all what, y'all stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Ooh, welcome back to the channel, guys. All right, you guys remember this van I checked out with the power steering? Well, a lot has happened since the last time I had this van in or spoke about it. An adjuster came out, extended warranty company. They drove it, and look what they got me, guys. This is not an OEM rack. Nevertheless, I am to put it on. No tie rods. So yes, no tie rod ends. All right. Yes. Definitely will have to do an alignment. You will have to do an alignment. Whether it's who make this? It says OEM on it. Get out of here. This ain't no damn rack and pinion. I don't know who make this, but there's a core on it. You definitely can have the old one back. So I'm kind of off the hook on this as far as if it's the problem. All right. The insurance adjuster drove it, and I guess he reported back to the company it likely needs a rack and pinion. So here we are. Sure, I'll throw a rack and pinion on it. No big deal. And then we'll drive it again and see what happens. But So I got a lot of work to do. Y'all know I don't do tutorial videos. Well, but let me show you one of the first things you do before you put this car on the lift. All right, get this out the way right now. And that is remove the coupling from the steering right here. Yeah, go ahead and take this off now and then put the car on the lift. Because if you wait to the last minute to do that, it's gonna be harder to do. I got burnt on that a long time ago, vowed that never to happen again. All right, guys, I got a rack to put in. I don't know. Like I say, I don't do tutorial, but I'll fire the camera up. We'll talk some in the middle of me doing it. I will have to transfer the tie rod ends and do an alignment. That was included in the estimate, so we'll go from there. All right, I got work to do. Let's get it. All right, guys, here we go. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the obvious, guys. Y'all know me. I'm no different than any other mechanic. I went to YouTube, see if anybody done one. If anybody got heads up, real quick strategies or whatever. To my surprise, I didn't find any. Now, this could be a good thing. These are not falling like, they're not breaking all over the place. All right, they're not causing problems. So there's not a lot of repair footage out there. So I will, in essence, create one. All right, now some of this is obvious, guys. Okay, as you can see, this is bolted to the rack, so the tie rod ends. So go ahead and loosen these bolts on the tie rod ends and take the tie rods out. Of course, I'm going to remove this bracket, this cross bracket right here. What else? Pretty obvious. Okay, you know the hose has got to come off the rack. Remember, so you're going to lose fluid, so make sure you have a bucket. I'm going to remove this mount, and we're going to see where we stand after that, guys. All trial and error. I might even lower this cradle. All right, just take these off, and the cradle will drop a little bit. It's all to gain access easily to the rack, guys, so we just play it by ear. All right, let me get to work, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, so I'm pretty much there, guys. I went ahead and lowered the complete cradle down. I'm on a jack stand, so I got this as low as possible. The rack is basically loose, or out rather. It's still bolted to the cradle, but it's out. And I just found out it's time for these two bolts, this one and this one. Okay, this rack is actually only held on by two bolts. I thought it was a strap right here and right here. So once I remove those two, the rack just slides out, guys. Yes, this wasn't bad at all. Alrighty, guys, as you can see, I got it out. Now I'm getting ready to go back in. I'm not going to film the installation because I'm just going to reverse the removal, but I'm not too fond of this rack and pinion. It's not OEM and I don't feel right doing it, but in some cases you got to do what you're told. I'm sure they're going to supply a warranty with it, so we'll see, guys. But now, was it difficult to get out? Have you never done one? No, they're not difficult at all. And guys, what I found out is they redesigned, or they recalculated their thinking, I guess, on the coupler. Yes, you can now do those down here. On the older model minivans, you had to disconnect it up top. All right, make sure you lock that steering wheel because you don't want it to turn and damage the clock spring. So I have the cradle just hanging. I mean, I got it protected. Well, I got it. If it falls any lower, that's gonna catch it. So. But yeah, rack and pinion only set mounts one way. Yes, you will have to do an alignment simply because you have disrupted the toe setting. You haven't done much to the camera. Remember, camera is knuckle, camera and caster, but you have disrupted the toe. No matter how much you count the threads, you can't get it back on perfect, guys. So please do an alignment. All right, so I got a lot of work to do, guys. I'm done with this video. It's just not much of a tutorial. In fact, I wouldn't call it a tutorial at all. All right, and just showing you what I did to get the rack and pinion out and why I did what I did, why I replaced it in the first place. So make sure you go back and watch the video as I discuss the problem with the car from the get-go. All right, that's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching.